Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, friends. It's the 14th of January 2026, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, and we're getting started with our daily pre-market live stream. And I think the main focus for me today has been about tiff between the White House and the Fed. So let us go first to the 10-year bond before I forget to make this point. So you can see here we have a reverse head and shoulder pattern for the 10-year bonds. And this red line is the neckline for this reverse head and shoulder. It has been triggered multiple times and we have come down. So I've been trying to figure out what's happening out here, why the consolidation. Our target is 4.415 when this reverse head and shoulder gets triggered. So in this context, I checked up this Fed website, which talks about how many 10-year treasuries are held by the Federal Reserve. And you can see that from 2020 all the way up to, I would say, 2023, there has been a lot of purchases. You can say 2020 to 2022, a lot of purchases of the 10-year bond. Now, that has expanded the balance sheet by nearly 9 trillion, absorbing a large share of outstanding supply. The legacy portfolio, still holding about 30% of aggregate long-dated treasuries, continue to exert downward pressure on yields by reducing available supply for private investors. So that is what is happening out here. We also have anecdotes of central banks moving out of bonds and getting into gold, which has sent the price of gold up significantly, way above where it was. So if you were to look at where gold was from 2022 to now, you would see that it has gone up significantly. That could partially be what is driving the price of gold. And I think we are just in the threshold of making a decisive move in the market, because all these pressures are adding up and we are not seeing any remarkable reduction in the deficits, and there is no coherent policy like the 10% cap on credit cards. Those kind of ill thought out policies, along with challenging the Fed, makes a very bad message for the investment community and the global community overall. So those kind of things could reduce the faith in the US dollar. As you can see, the dollar index since the Fed and the WH spat has been kind of stagnating out here, and today it's coming down again. So we'll have to see where this goes, because overall, earlier the indicators were bearish but improving, but now they are moving back into the negative direction, and you can see the beginning of that both in the dip in the momentum as well as dip in the MACD. And market sentiment, we'll see what happens when the market opens. After market open, we'll see which direction it goes. Is it going towards neutral? We'll see that. So that said, let's go back to S&P 500. We have seen two red candles, which means we opened higher and then we came down. Today we are opening lower, which could probably mean that there's a potential for a green candle if things improve midstream, if we get any catalyst, or else we'll have another red candle with a support at around 6,935.00. Market sentiment, which is bullish, is tending towards neutral. MACD is also going on top of the signal line, ready to go to the bearish side. Momentum has also dropped, even though it's above average. Now let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ also has three red candles actually. The first one is with a very narrow body, but the other two are pretty decent. And we have a support at 25,746.75, which is going to perform the role of a support today. Right now we are at 25,776.25. So this support is the first line of support, failing which the second line of support is at 25,500.25. Market sentiment is slightly bullish, but tending towards the neutral. MACD is on top of the signal line, ready to cross over to the bearish side. Momentum is above average, but dropping. So overall, I think this is also wait and watch kind of a situation. Dollar index, we have already spoken about it. VIX is up 7.33%. It has been steadily edging up all the way from 24th of December onwards. And when VIX goes up, it's not a good thing for the stock prices and the indices. We have a resistance coming up, and for today that resistance is going to be 17.46, but this is a dynamic line of resistance, and with every passing day the resistance goes up and gives more room for VIX to go up. We already spoken about gold, but I would like to say that gold would probably have a resistance today at around 4,707.415, which will enable it to meet our earlier target of 4,662.102. That target could definitely be met. Right now, we are at 4,632. And that's just another 30 basis points to go up. And if you look at put call ratio, it's mildly bullish. And of course, we saw the 10-year yields where I've said that our target is 4.415. And we have a neckline which has been breached multiple times. And we are waiting for a breakout. Even if you forget this head and shoulder, reverse head and shoulder pattern, if you look at this segment as a bull flag, then the breakout is most probably going to be on the upside, and that will take us all the way almost close to 4.415. Let's go back to the 10-year bond, Japanese 10-year bond. The yields are going very high, and that's not a good thing. Japan has got a high debt to GDP ratio, and it's much higher than the US. But if Japan comes under strain, then US also will have to come under strain, because I think US debt to GDP is more than 130%, if I'm not mistaken. So that's also pretty high compared to where most countries are. And it's like a contagion from one to another. USD JPY, we're getting less and less JPY. So the trend reversal probably has started here, but we have to see what kind of a pattern is formed out here. And if this ends up being a bull flag, then I think the Japanese yen will continue to go weaker. At this point of time, I don't see any danger from that side to the stock market. That said, let's go to the indicators, look at S&P 500 and see what's happening at the index level. We are going to get support today at 6,938.67, and we have bullish market sentiment, and MACD is weakening up a little bit, and momentum is also dropping a little bit, but overall it is bullish. Nasdaq is down 0.18% as of yesterday, resting just above this band of support which got confirmed the day before. So today we have to see if we are going to be breaking down below 25,720.03, which is our first line of support, and the second line of support is going to be 25,620.66. QQQ will tell us what's happening. QQQ shows that we are down 0.56% in market open, which takes us below the band of support that we have. That band of support now becomes a band of resistance. So I'm going to color it red. And you will see that if that is the resistance, then the support could probably be somewhere around 619.27 today. And we are looking at AI going into NVDA. So NVDA is down 0.67% in pre-market trades. Support is at 183.03 and resistance is at 186.72. Meta is definitely not going to do a cup and handle pattern. It has already fallen below the support of 636.89. And today, if we confirm this support, then I think it's curtains down for Meta. And I'll have to probably decide to sell my holding of Meta, which is in the red right now. Is my loss for this year. Then let's look at Google. Google is continuing to go up. Yesterday also I was saying that I'm a bit afraid to get into this because of the overall market condition. But Google seems to be marching towards our target of 372.56. Technically, I think this target is feasible, but risk-wise, I'm afraid. Even if you look at market sentiment, it's improving. MACD is improving wildly. Momentum is above average, picking up. Plenty of room on the RSI. Ideally, I should be picking up a little bit of Google, but I don't have the courage. Amazon is down 0.73% in pre-market trades, and we have a support at around 242.18, which has now become a resistance because we are at 240.97. So both these levels of supports have been lost, and they have become a resistance. And I think support today will be at 239.59. Apple is down 0.41%. It's likely to test this support once again. And we have Microsoft, which is down 0.61%. Microsoft is, I think, being supported by this middle point of the parallel channel, which today is at around 467.60. Right now we are at 467.70. And if we fall below this, then our next support for today is going to be around, I would say, 457.03. Tesla is down 0.46% in pre-market trades. We have a resistance at 455.64, and I think we'll have support at 441.08. Oracle is down 0.79% in pre-market trades. Support continues to be at 196.46. Right now we are at 200.69. AMD is down 0.91% in pre-market trades. We have a resistance at 220.21, and right now we are at 218.96. So 220.21 is the first resistance, and I suspect that the support will be at 212.08. SMCI continues to move down. It's down 0.66%. It has broken down below the support, which was there at 28.94. So 28.94 is the resistance today, and the support for today is going to be 27.39. Then we have Broadcom, which is down 1.09% in pre-market trades. Resistance continues to be at 362.01, and support will be around 341.26. Just going to pull this out a little bit so that we can see where it is. Next, we have Palantir, which is down 0.21%. It's forming a pattern out here, but I'm not sure what it's planning to do. Basically, it's a bearish pennant, and I don't know whether it's going to fall or not. But if I was to look at the market sentiment, it's bearish. MACD is bearish. Momentum is just at average. So I think that it's delicately balanced right now, given the strength of this stock over the past so many days, the consolidation that has happened in this region. If you see the consolidation out here, I'm not really sure that we're going to drop again today. Maybe a little bit consolidation before we come down, but overall bearish. SMH is down 0.53% in pre-market trades, and it's going to face resistance today at 392.69. And we have Tempus AI, something that I have bought, and I'm holding 50% of that. I bought again, I booked some profits, and I bought it back again at $74. So my blended rate is around $70. We are at 66.80 today, down 0.52%. We will get support today at around 66.47. And if we break down below that, then it's a big problem. So hopefully we turn around, because market sentiment is bullish, MACD is bullish, though it's tending towards the signal line, and momentum is at average and dropping. Both MACD and momentum show weakness, but market sentiment gives me a little bit of a hope. So let us see if we can hold above this diagonal line of support. And then after this, I would like to go and have a look at Genomics. In Genomics, I'm looking at Pfizer. The cup and handle pattern is struggling to stay viable. We are straddling this diagonal line of support of the bull channel, which is at 25.16 today. Right now, pre-market, we are at 25.17. So 25.16 is the first line of support. If we break down below this, then I would be looking at confirming this as a resistance tomorrow. Market sentiment is bearish. MACD is also bearish. Momentum is just at average and dropping. And we have dividends coming up on 23rd of January. The dividend is pretty good, 43 cents overall. So I suppose that some people might probably get in here to maybe take some dividends and then sell the stock. It is 14, so we got 9 days more. So let us see how it all plays out. Prime is down 0.20% as of yesterday, but it's still way above the line of support. And we had this bull flag which has broken out, in my opinion. So let me just draw this bull flag and pick this up. put it at the breakout point. So I think we can still go up to 4.45. Right now we are at 4.16. So I think that there is still room for time to go up. Pre-market, there are no trades. Intelia is down 0.68% in pre-market trades. Resistance at 11.85. Right now we are at 11.66. Caribou Biosciences has no trade pre-market. It will get support at 1.50 and it's likely to get resistance at 1.64. Beam Therapeutics is down 0.03%. It has already met our target of 34.66 and stopped exactly out there. So today I'm going to be looking at any new pattern that gets formed, a bullish pennant or a bearish. We'll see. Right now, pre-market, it's down 0.03%. I think there'll be support at 35.51. Sorry, at 33.51. Next, we look at Altimmune, which is down 0.25. Not at all looking good. There's a gap up which needs to be filled up, and I think it's coming towards that. Though market sentiment is improving, MACD is improving, momentum is below average. Editas is flat in pre-market trades, and we have this reverse head and shoulder that we are waiting for the trigger line to be breached. So it's looking dangerous out there for Editas. Illumina is down 1.01%, and I think we'll get a lot of support at around 140.99. We have already met our target of 151.51. We are just looking for new patterns out here to see if it's going to be bullish or bearish. Now let's look at CRISPR Therapeutics, which is down 0.20% in pre-market trades. Support at 53.14 and resistance at 56.52. And right now we're at 56.07. Allogene is up 0.61% in pre-market trades, and it's going to get a little bit of a support. Let me just mark the screen. It's going to get a little bit of a support at around 1.53. There's a huge gap up that happened. We have a cup and handle target of around 2.19. But we are faltering a little bit. I would like to see what kind of a pattern develops up here before making any calls. Pre-market, we are up 0.61%. And let's look at Grail. Grail is up 0.52% in pre-market trades. We have already met our double bottom target of 104.48. So right now there is still support at 94.26. PSCB is up 0.47% in pre-market trade. Support will be available today at around, I would say, 2.08. That's going to be the support for today. ARCG is down 0.47% in pre-market trades, support at 31.16. And we have Vertex, which is down 0.37% in pre-market trades. And are we going to confirm the diagonal line of resistance, which is at 460.82 today as a resistance? We'll see as the market closes this today. Today's candle will determine that. And if that becomes the case, then I would definitely say Vertex would be in trouble because market sentiment is dropping, MACD is bearish. Momentum is just at average. If it drops down below that, then I think Vertex goes bearish. Ginkgo Bioworks is down 0.21% in pre-market trades. Still got support at 9.34. And what is Unicure saying is looking pretty bearish. And IMTX, let's go to Precision. Precision is down 0.24% in pre-market trades. It has got resistance today at 4.22. Right now it's at 4.16. So I'm just going to mark a whole bunch of resistances out here. So things are not going very well with this bullish pennant. It seems that we are likely to break down on the lower side. So that's a very big risk for Precision. Eli Lilly is just straddling the top of the regression channel, and it will get resistance at around 1,113.57. It will get support at around 1,054.04. I want to look at Ultragenyx. Ultragenyx is down 0.08 in pre-market trades, and it has got resistance, which is going to be somewhere around 24.55. So that's all I have for you, my friends. And in terms of a pattern, I'm still optimistic that this could turn out to be a bull flag, and then we break out on the upside and do a gap fill for Ultragenyx. Now let me look at Rocket before I close. I have Rocket in my portfolio. Today Rocket is up another 0.40% in pre-market trades. I'm thinking that it is heading toward a cup and handle pattern of 26.86. So I'm still holding on to it. Everything is positive for a rocket today, and pre-market it's up 0.40%. It's at 22.85. So that's all for you, my friends, and I'll catch up with you again in the next one. Oh yeah, before I go, let me just look at the currencies very quickly. Bitcoin USD showed a drastic improvement yesterday, and it broke through the resistance and converted 91,777.41 into a support. And today we want to see if we have a candle that closes above 96,090, which would make this diagonal line of support, which is at around, I would say, 92,725.85 into a confirmed support. Right now, we have resistance at 97,016.80. So that's it, my friends, and I'll catch up with you again in my next live session or the next video. See you later. Have a great day.